guys, welcome to Sprightly Kid, and today I'm going to be painting on these Kawaii Squishies again for the 5th time. So this one is a fish, this one is an ice cream, and this one is a popsicle. Let's get started. So I'm going to start painting now, starting with the ice cream cone. So I'm going to grab out, I'm going to paint on a cone color on this ice cream cone. So I was a lot more excited about painting the ice cream than I am with painting the cone, but I just decided to paint the cone first before moving on to the ice cream. Now it's time to let this to dry. And while the ice cream is drying, I'm going to move on to this popsicle. By the way, the popsicle is the bonus squishy for today. So I'm going to be painting the stick the same color as the ice cream cone color. Now it's time to let this thing to dry. And while those are drying, I'm going to move on to the fish. So I thought I would paint the fish a nice light pastel purple color. That's just the base color of the fish. When the whole fish is pastel purple, we can move on to the design. Now time to let this fish to dry. Now that the cone of the ice cream is done, I'm going to move to the actual ice cream, which is the fun part. So I decided that for the top scoop, I'd go with strawberry ice cream. So I'm going to paint on a pastel pink for the strawberry ice cream. Now that the strawberry ice cream is done, I'm going to move on to the second scoop, which I'm going to paint as a puke color. So I thought that for the first scoop, I'd go with colorful and beautiful, and for the second scoop I'd go with disgusting and ugly. Now it's time to let this to dry. So now that the stick of the popsicle is done and dry, I'm going to move on to the bottom part of the popsicle, and I'm going to paint this a little brown color. Now time to let this to dry. Now that the front of the fish is done, I'm going to move on to the back and paint it with the same pastel purple. Now time to let this thing to dry. So now that the ice cream colors are done and all dry, I'm going to move on to the even more fun part, which is the detail work. Starting with the puke ice cream, I'm going to start by putting some mud on it. Actually, it's mud instead of hot fudge. Also, I painted the hot fudge on the strawberry bright ice cream off camera. So now that it's done, now that the hot fudge is done, I'm gonna move on to the sprinkles. I've already done that. Now it's time to let this to dry now that I'm done with the sprinkles. So now that the brown on the popsicle is done, I'm going to move on to the pink on the top. And I will paint once on one side. And then when that one side is dry, I can paint the other side. Now time to let this to dry. So now that the entire fish is a light purple, I'm gonna start putting on my design. So I decided I'd put a little scarf with the colors red, blue, and green. Now time to let this to dry. So now that the sprinkles on the ice cream are dry, I'm gonna move on to this one. So I thought that for this one, instead of sprinkles, I'd paint maggots. I'll show you when it's done. Now time to let these maggots to dry. Now that the ice cream is done, I'm gonna put this little keychain keychain strap, and there we go, it's done. So now that the scarf on the fish is done, also I painted the other side of it off camera. Now it's time to work on the face. Not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to use the stickers for the face, but there's already this imprint of a freaking face right here, so I'm just gonna paint that. So I'm first gonna start painting the eyes white, and now I'm gonna start painting the mouth with some black. Oops. Now time to let this face to dry. Now that the popsicle is done, I'm gonna put like a little keychain strap on it. Now it's done. So now that the white eyes are dry on the fish, I'm gonna give it an eye color with the orange. It's now time to let this to dry. And now that the orange eyes, for the eye color is done and dry, I'm gonna move on to the pupils, which are gonna be black. I'll show you the result. Now that the pupils in the fish eyes are done and are dry, I'm gonna move on to the last bit of the face, which is by putting some highlights. And now time to let this to dry. And now the final thing to do with this fish squishy is to attach the keychain strap on it. And it's done. So this is the finished result of my decorating on Kawaii squishies again for the freaking 5th time, and I really like them. So this is the ice cream squishy. I really like the hot fudge on the top scoop and the mud on the bottom scoop. I really like the sprinkles on this one, they're so colorful. I like the maggots on this one because they're unique. That's something that I don't ever do. I don't usually put maggots on ice cream. And the story behind this ice cream is that at first when you look at it, you think you have a normal ice cream, and when you finish the strawberry scoop, you see the next scoop and you're like, ew, what's this? I'm gonna dump my ice cream in the trash. So basically this is ice cream, and this is actually not ice cream. This is somebody's vomit actually. Yeah, vomit with a maggot decoration and a mud. So that's my ice cream cone. And moving on to the popsicle. I still like this one, even though it is kind of basic. It's definitely one of my least favorites. I mean, I don't hate it, but I still like it, but just not as much as some of the other ones. This one was... Okay, moving on to this fish. I really like this fish a lot. I like how it's unique. I really like this not rainbow. I really like this thing that it's wearing. I don't know exactly what it is, but I still think it's cute. I really like its orange eyes and also the lips, and I really do think it's cute. I like everything about it. Now time to squish them. Okay, so that was my video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching Sprightly Kid, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also remember to be cute and creative. Bye!